Okay, main event time. UFC Fight Night. Sandhagen versus Font. Cory, the Sandman Sandhagen. By the way, bantamweight bout of some consequence here. Cory Sandhagen, the 31-year-old out of Aurora, Colorado. 16-4 with 10 finishes, 7 of them knockouts. Coming off back-to-back wins over Yadong Song and Marlon Chito Vera back in March of this year. Rob Font, the 36-year-old out of Boston, Massachusetts, 20-6 with 13 finishes, 9 of them knockouts. Coming off of a knockout victory over Adrian Yanez back in April. Omar, the floor is yours first. Give us your take and your pick of Cory Sandhagen versus Rob Font.
Man, this is such a good fight. I'm a big fan of Rob Font. I'm a big fan of Cory Sandhagen. Rob Font's style of fighting is a very high-paced, very energetic way of fighting. He likes to stay on the outside. He likes to box. He likes to throw his kicks when available. But he's trying to piece you up, and he's trying not to get hit at the same time. Doesn't always work as perfectly, but that is the goal. Cory Sandhagen is really the type of fighter to try and lay a lot of traps. Very good at kind of adjusting on the fly to different situations and using his well-rounded skill set to kind of be at an advantage no matter where he is. Obviously, that gets more difficult as the opponents get more difficult. I just think he's been in there with overall better talent that it is difficult for me to think that he is going to lose against Rob Font. And I say that, again, as a very big fan of Rob Font. I think he's a very, very good fighter. I just think this is one of those moments where I think Cory Sandhagen is just a level above. I'd be very down to see Rob Font prove me wrong. I just don't really see it. Cory Sandhagen is, like I said, very well-rounded, trains with a ton of killers. I don't know if you guys saw the picture of him training with a bunch of guys, but like he's training with Matt Brown right now, TJ Dillashaw, Brandon Thatch from way back when, Drew Dober, Neil Magny, Curtis Blades. I mean, he's got a murderer's row of guys that he's training with right now, on top of the fact that I already thought he was very good. And if you look at a lot of the fights that he's won in dramatic fashion, these are all fights where he lays traps and guys walk right into them. And Rob Font, I think, can sometimes get on his bike a little bit too much where he may be kind of an autopilot kind of mode. And I think against somebody like Cory Sandhagen, who's consistently making reads and adjusting and calculating, I just think he runs into something stupid somewhere along the line. So I'm going to go with Cory Sandhagen here. I think he gets him out in the 4th round TKO.
I'll go next. I will also be going with Cory Sandhagen. Props to Rob Font for stepping in on short notice. The guy is a gamer, super talented, and his record reflects that. I mean, 20-6, my God. I just think that Cory is the more cerebral fighter, the more lethal fighter overall. I love what you said, Omar. Yes, I agree. I think Cory does like to lay traps. Think of that flying knee that he landed on Frankie Edgar. I think he's going to punish Rob Font, man. But Rob Font is also a super durable guy. So for that reason, I'll say that Rob Font gets to the end of the 5th round, and we see Cory Sandhagen get his hand raised by a unanimous decision on the judges' scorecards. Mark, bring us home, buddy.
All right, Cory is favored at -330. Rob Font is plus 250. 3 inches of height for Cory, but 1.5 inches in the reach department for Rob Font. Of course, we were supposed to see Cory versus Umar Nurmagomedov here, which would have been really interesting, but Rob Font is definitely a quality replacement that we got. So thanks for that to him. He looked fantastic taking out Adrian Yanez in his last fight, but to maybe put it a little more bluntly than I guess you guys did, I just don't think he's on the same level as Cory Sandhagen. I'm not saying Cory's going to run him over or anything because Rob Font is tough as hell, But I just think Cory's better everywhere. I think he's the cleaner and sharper striker. The kicks will be a weapon for him. The clinch work, knees in the clinch, elbows. And even through all that, if Rob Font's boxing, specifically his jab, is causing Cory any problems, then I think Cory can look for the takedown. We saw him show off the wrestling against Song Yadong. I think we may see him go that route at times again here, and I'm going to roll with him. My question is really just whether I think he can get the finish. Torn on that, but Font is a tough dude. So I will just say it is either going to be a very clear 49-46 or a shutout 50-45 in favor of Cory Sandhagen.
Nice. All right, boys, we did it.